I'm Chad Reynolds with Bang Shift, and we're here at the 2011 SEMA show with the gang from Holley. And the big news in their booth is the new billet fuel pumps. We're here with Liz Miles from Holley, who's going to tell us all about them.
How you doing?
Good, good. How are you?
Good.
So what's the latest and greatest? What's this all about?
This Dominator pump is the latest and greatest. What's super special about it is it's two pumps in one housing. It shares an inlet and an outlet, so it's half the plumbing, twice the pump.
With two fuel pumps, is that just to increase volume, or are there ways to be trick and use them, different applications?
You can use either pump, either together or by themselves. So you can use the second pump as a spare pump. You can use the second pump as a race-only pump. And the idea is you're not recirculating max fuel all the time. If you're just cruising around the street, you don't need to be running full fuel pressure. So you have them switched individually. We can switch them on nitrous, boost, or just a plain old toggle switch on the dash.
Really? So if a guy's got a boosted application, say a turbocharged motor, he's driving around normally, he's never going to see more than 5 pounds of boost on a normal day of cruising. He can have it set up so it's just running on the single, less electrical draw, less wear and tear, all of those things. But when he could have it set up so when it sees boost, the second pump engages.
Yep, you can do it that way, or if you just know you're about to get a little rowdy, you flip the switch and you're good to go.
That's pretty cool. Now, a lot of guys are used to having a setup specifically for a nitrous kit where they do have a completely separate fuel system in order to ensure that they've got that added fuel volume that they need. But this way, when you arm your nitrous switch, you can be arming this second pump and engaging it.
Right. And the other thing is it can maintain a higher fuel pressure, so you don't need to have two independent pumps. And the other thing that happens when you have a pump that will support 2100 horsepower like this one, it's noisy. And this thing is silent. You have to put your ear up to it to even hear if it's on.
Really? So no more the old growling, rowdy pump that you've got to put the giant rubber spacers in to keep it quiet.
The old ones sound like a modem, the dial-up modem. No, this is silent.
Very cool. Now, they're available on both the single, for the HP line, and then the dual for the Dominator. What's the price point on these?
The big bad one is only $400.
$400 for the dual unit. Wow.
Yeah.
Now, Holley offers a variety of different fuel filter options for them as well.
Correct.
And can you buy it as a whole kit with the filters and a regulator and all of that?
They'll all be separate. There would be too many combinations.
Okay, so that way, if a guy's doing EFI versus carbureted, you can get the right regulator, the right filters, and all of that.
Right, because you would use something different pre and post pump, EFI or carbureted. It's just best to start picking pieces, and you can always call our tech line and figure out exactly what you should be running.
And all the information is also available on Holley.com, right?
Correct, Holley.com.
Very cool. All right, and you guys have the cool demo set up here so everybody can come play.
Yep.
I noticed we have pump number 1 and pump number 2 and the nitrous button.
And the idea is to show you how much fuel the nitrous uses on the single pump circuit. So you've got one pump running. You can see the return coming through.
Right, that's the big stream over there.
Yep. When you activate the nitrous, that goes away.
Wow.
And that's why you don't want to run just one pump. So if you'd had both pumps on and used the nitrous, you've got plenty of extra fuel to work with.
So that shows that on the one pump, when you hit this, it gets rid of all the return, which means it's using at least all of the fuel, and it may need even more than that, so you could be going lean and burning pistons and tearing it up.
And we don't want to do that.
Right, and one thing for folks at home is a lot of people are afraid of nitrous. I'm a big fan of the blue button, I gotta tell you. And it's like the little blue pill for your engine, so you gotta run one. They're fun. There's nothing to be afraid of with nitrous. If you have the right components and call the tech line, you get all the information you need to safely run 100, 200, 300, 400, 500 horsepower of nitrous, depending on your combo, right?
You just have to make sure you've got enough fuel. And that's what you were saying.
There you go. All the fuel you need right there, and the spray.
And the whole time we were talking, you never heard the pump, did you?
No, you can't hear this thing running. You can barely feel that it's vibrating, but nothing like one of the old pumps. But this is not the only cool thing here at Holley. We've got a lot of killer bitchin' parts, and we're gonna go check them out right now. Besides bitchin' fuel pumps, Holley's also got their new high ram intake, which debuted here in 2010 at the SEMA show, but now for cathedral port heads. And besides the high ram, they've also got the new Ultra HP line of carburetors in hardcore gray. You can get them in 650, 750, 850, all of that. But the big news is the bitchin' double throwdown Dominator right here, the new Ultra HP Dominator in hardcore gray. I want one, and I want one now. Besides that, we've got the coolest cast iron exhaust manifolds ever, available now from Hooker for your LS swaps. This takes all the guessing out of doing, you know, a Camaro driver's side and a Corvette passenger side, all of that junk right here for your LS swap. But the really exciting news is cast stainless steel, available polished, gray, a variety of coatings. Just a simple example of all the cool stuff that you can get from Holley, the greatest family of high performance products on the planet.